Have you ever started learning something new, felt excited for a few days, and then suddenly quit? Maybe it was the gym, a business, a new language, even a YouTube channel, a bait. If that sounds familiar, you're not lazy. You're trapped in a cycle millions of people live in, without ever realizing it. Slower, weightier. Here's a fact that might shock you. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they quit before success even gets the chance to show up. Pause, then quote, measured. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, put it perfectly. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Shift, building intensity. So here's reason number 1 you can't stick to anything. You fell in love with motivation instead of discipline. Faster, more energetic. Motivation feels incredible. Day 1, you're unstoppable. Watching hype videos, buying new gear, making big plans, telling yourself, this time is different. Slower, almost cautionary. But motivation is like the weather. It changes every single day. Firm, grounded. Discipline is different. It shows up, even when you don't feel like it. Vivid imagery. Think about elite athletes. They don't train only when they're inspired. They train because it's part of who they are. Direct address, slower. If your success depends on motivation, you'll quit the moment life gets hard. Final line, slow, powerful. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't always the most talented. They're the ones who keep showing up after the excitement disappears. Imagine planting a seed today and digging it up tomorrow just to check if it's growing. Ridiculous, right? But that's exactly how most people treat their dreams. They start a business and expect profit in 30 days. They hit the gym twice and expect a new body. They post 3 videos and wonder why the world hasn't noticed them yet. A bait. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You're not failing. You're just early. Slower, weightier. Success is invisible before it becomes obvious. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, once said something that changes everything. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Pause. That's not just investing advice. That's life advice. Building energy. Right now, you're standing in what psychologists call the valley of disappointment. The place where you're doing everything right, but the results still refuse to show up. This is where most people quit. Shift to vivid imagery. Slower, cinematic. Think about bamboo. For 4 years, it barely breaks the surface. Nothing to show. Nothing to prove. But underground? It's building a root system strong enough to survive anything. Then, in just 6 weeks, it explodes 90 feet into the sky. A direct, powerful. Every workout you skip counting. Every page you read. Every video you upload into silence. You're not wasting time. You're growing roots. Final line, slow and heavy. The ones who win aren't the smartest. They're the ones who stayed long enough to break through. Have you ever noticed how exciting a new idea feels? Building rhythm. 1 week it's AI. The next week it's trading. Then it's a business. The gym. Reading books. Launching a podcast. Every new opportunity feels like the one. Pause. Weightier. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The more goals you chase at the same time, the less progress you make on any of them. Quote, measured, deliberate. Steve Jobs said it best. People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas. Faster, more urgent. Every time you switch from one goal to another, your brain has to start over. You lose momentum. You waste time. You never stay on one path long enough to see real results. Vivid imagery. Slower, cinematic. Think about sunlight. Spread out, it just warms your skin. But focus it through a magnifying glass, and it can start a fire. A direct, powerful. Your attention works the exact same way. Scattered effort creates average results. Focused effort creates extraordinary ones. Slower, grounded. The world's top performers aren't successful because they do everything. They're successful because they commit to one goal until it starts producing results. Direct address, intimate, slower. So ask yourself this. What if the next thing you need isn't another new idea? What if it's the courage to stay with the one you already started? Final line, slow, powerful. Remember this. Every expert was once a beginner who simply refused to quit. What if the biggest thing holding you back isn't a lack of talent? What if it's the fear of looking unsuccessful? Reason number for you can't stick to anything. You're afraid of failure. Slower, emotional. Every mistake feels personal. Every setback feels like proof you're not good enough. So instead of risking failure, you quit. Shift, confident, contrasting. But the most successful people on earth see failure completely differently. Quote, measured. Thomas Edison said it best. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Firm, powerful. Every failure teaches you something success never could. If you quit after one setback, you don't avoid failure. You guarantee it. Pause, shift into the big one. Now here's reason number 5. The most important one. Slower, weightier. You don't have a strong enough why. Contrast, building. When your reason is weak, excuses become stronger. But when your purpose is clear, obstacles become easier to overcome. Quote, slow, philosophical. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote it centuries ago. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Direct address, intimate. So before you chase your next goal, ask yourself one question. Why does this matter to me? Instructional, grounded. Write it down. Read it every morning. Let it remind you why you started. When motivation disappears, building to climax. Remember, success was never about being perfect. It's about showing up, learning from your mistakes, and refusing to quit. Final quote, slow, powerful. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Outro, energetic shift. If this video helped you see yourself in a new way, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more on success, productivity, and personal growth. And tell me in the comments, which of these 5 reasons has held you back the most? Your answer might be exactly what someone else needs to keep going. That completes all 5 reasons as a connected series. Want me to write a combined intro hook that stitches all 4 parts into one full video, or a short part 1 of 5 teaser caption for TikTok Shorts to promote the series?